What's up? What's up? It's Fifth Wall Weebie. You're now watching Nolazine TV.
So what's the average day like for like Fifth Wall Weebie?
Man, it's like non-stop. Like, you know, it's you know, when you think you're gonna get a break, you know, you never get a break. It's like I'm moving. Like you called me, you know what I'm saying? You've been trying to get an interview for I don't know how long. So I'm like, you know, it's like, man, I gotta do the interview for my partner today. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta make this happen. I can't keep putting it off, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you work for yourself and you know, you're self-sufficient, entrepreneur, self-employed or whatever, you know, you wake up, you know that you gotta provide your own bread and butter. So it's a non-stop grind, you know what I'm saying? So it's always like, you know, I get up, I pray, sometimes I work out. I go, you know, go grab me something to eat or whatever, if I'm on a run or whatever. Once I'm dealing with that, I probably go to the studio, go to the office, and work on some music. Like right now, I'm working on my album, so I'm dealing with that right now. But just lining things up and trying to organize my schedule a little better. But yeah, just trying to stay busy, man. The average day is always about staying busy and getting it done and moving the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's not like be too busy and don't be getting nothing done at the same time. You gotta be busy but moving the ball, and that's what I'm trying to do. You know, that's what I'm trying to be great at. You feel me?
So growing up, like who influenced like Fifth Wall Weebie to start making music?
Actually, BG. BG was I mean, I just gravitated towards BG lyricism, his delivery, you know, what he was talking about at the time. And this is delivery, his swag. It was like, you know, the way he was flowing. And actually, before him, I'm lying. I was into Magnolia Slim before Soulja Slim, because I went to school. We went to middle school together and everything. But but Magnolia Slim had that raw, off the porch, off the project, off the porch, you know, flow. So yeah, they really inspired me to get in this music.
So how was Magnolia Slim in middle school, for the people who know?
Well, Magnolia Slim barely was in school for number one, but I mean, you know, Magnolia Slim, as you knew him, he was Magnolia Slim, always getting into it. You know, I remember Magnolia Slim coming across. They had a whole beef with the Calio, Magnolia and the Calio coming over the bridge, over the broad overpass, like talking about 30, 40, you know what I'm saying? Niggas just wearing red rags. It was crazy. It was crazy back then, man. It was wild.
Okay. So what's the difference from making music like back in the early 90s and now?
Early 90s, I mean, it was a lot of drugs involved, which they got drugs now also, but I mean back then though, it was raw, man. I'm talking about no censor, no filter. It was, man, and you could tell when these rappers rapped about, you know, when they rapped about that shit. Like they rapped about it. That's what their flow was about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about, you had songs, literally the hook was, give me some heroin, baby. That heroin got me crazy. Like that was, snort a powder bag. Like these were songs, like these were the hooks. You feel me? So just imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like you riding and listening to snort a powder bag. I said I need a powder bag, snort a powder bag. Like, oh my God. You heard me? And it was, you know, started hitting hustles when I was just little. Man, Feel Like Phil was raw, uncut, you feel me? Who else, man? MC Spud, man. LOG, man, so many. I can't name them all, but man, it was just raw. It was like it was just the flow, the rap. It was just raw. It was, you know, uncut, uncensored. Now, you know, you got people who talk about Percocets, things like that. You know, kind of, you know, watered down or whatever. But it was raw back in the G until now. I'm kind of glad it watered down because it was really sending a lot of people to, a lot of people was following that shit, man. I mean, you know, you gotta have your own mind at the end of the day, but that shit was too raw, boy.
Okay. So how long have you been in the music industry?
Ooh, you about to make me tell my age, youngin'. Just put it like this. This year I will be having my 20-year celebration. So, yeah, put that together.
Oh, so when that song, If a Rock the Boat, came out, tell everybody what year that was.
Rock it, rock the boat, left, right. Ooh, I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, 2001, 2001, around that time. Yeah, and I came in the game in 98, 99. Now, my first record was released in 98, and 99 we released. It was in the 98, 99, and then we released 99. That Take It to the Hole. I Really Want You. That's when that hit in 99.
Great song.
Yeah, and it's just the 28-year celebration for I Really Want You, so it's gonna be real crazy. It's gonna be a real special moment, man. I think we're gonna bring the whole city out for this. Yeah.
Okay. So how did the relationship come about? With you and Master P.
Well, you know, honestly, Swab Bob at the time was Master P's assistant, and Swab Bob called me for C Murder record release party, a birthday party or something at the Riverboat Hallelujah, and yeah, man, and C Murder was like, man, he wanted to well, Weebie. Shout out to C Murder, by the way, free C Murder. He booked me for his birthday party, record release party, whatever it was. It was crazy, and it was just like I was the shit at the time. I was like the guy who had the hits at the time, and it was like, everybody was talking about me. Everybody, they was like Weebie. So at the time, I guess, P was on his downslope with the, he had just left Priority or whatever record label that was, and he was searching for another hit. He was searching for another deal or whatever the case may be, and man, he called for me. I was on the road with Cannonable, and he called, was like, man, what you doing, man? Get to the nearest airport. I was like, what? It's like, yeah, man, trying to do some music with you, man. Get to the nearest airport. I'm like, man, I can't just jump off the road and get to the airport, man. I gotta, handle this first, and then, but yeah. So he reached out, big homie reached out, and shit, we made history after that. You know what I'm saying?
How did the relationship come about? For us with you and Black and Mild and Drake.
Well, that was a phone call. That was by Cortez. Cortez called me and told me that Drake was working on his new album, and he got this bounce song that he needs to basically bounce out, like put the New Orleans authentic bounce on it, like chop it up, do what we normally do, what we do. So, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, man. It's like, man, look, it's a big situation, so, make it work, make it do what it do. So I'm like, he's like, man, I'm calling for the Bounce King. He's like, you the Bounce King, so I want you to make this happen. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, it was a couple of people I thought about initially, you know what I'm saying, but Black and Mild stuck out to me more because I've watched Black and Mild consistent grind and his hustle and his love and passion for the bounce and what he have contributed to the bounce game over the years. So with that being said, you can't put anybody in position in that situation because they could either make it happen or they could make it look crazy or they could drop the ball. So I just thought Black was ready for that situation, and I called Black, told Black what the bubble was. He was excited. We all was excited, and we You know, because we wanted the culture. We were more excited, especially me. I was more excited for the culture, the bounce culture of New Orleans. You know, this is an opportunity and a chance for us to push the culture forward. Yeah, so once, you know, we flew to LA, you know, and the rest was history, baby. You know, we did our thing on there and put that thing together, 1, 2 that thing, and next thing you know, Drake called it for a second bounce song. You feel me? And there it is. Key, do you love me? So, you know, we put 2, not 1, but 2 bounce songs in the world on the biggest platform that you could ever imagine. So that was crazy. So yeah, it's all good, you know.
What's your advice to one like up and coming artists that want to follow like in your footsteps?
Oh man, all I can tell you is just like, you know, believe in yourself. You believe in yourself and believe at what you know, what you have and what you do is special. You feel me? Like drive it forward. Like drive it forward. Don't never stop. Like keep pushing it. Like don't never. You know, it's you have 3 lanes, right, on the interstate, right. Before you move over, you have to look this way. You have to look. If you're going left, you have to look this way. But if you trying to get somewhere and you know you're trying to focus, and you know that lane is your lane, and you know they ain't got no this lane moving. This lane still, these lanes, don't worry about nothing over here. You stay right here, you keep focused, man. You drive that thing till you get to your destination, because I'm gonna tell you something. Distractions is the enemy work, you heard me? Like, man, you get all kinds of distractions. You get people telling you what you can't do, people telling you it's not a hit, people telling you your music whack, whatever, or however, the DJs don't want to play it, people not responding to it, you know, just the way you wanted them to respond to it. Yeah, you gotta try. If you believe in it, like, and another thing too, though, you can't lie to yourself. It's another thing I want you artists to understand. You know, no matter if you're an artist, producer, you know, the people will always. Let me back up. People body language will always tell you the truth. People mouths may not tell you the truth, but their body language. I'm gonna give you a little secret, and I don't like giving up my secrets, but one of my secrets is this. How you can tell you have a hit on your hands, or if you got a hit record, or your beat is dope, or your song is dope, just play it. Don't ask nobody to listen to, don't be like, oh, this is my song, check out my song, or whatever, however. Man, listen, man, you giving a speech before you play your record and all that? No, just play the record and watch people body language. People body language is going to tell you whether or not your song, if you got a hit, or you know you got that one, or whatever the case may be. You feel me? If people go to talking on your shit, you're going to be like, oh yeah, man, you saw the dog yesterday? Man, the dog had 3 feet. Yeah, oh man, the cat fell off the sky. You ain't got a hit. You ain't got a hit. But if you play your record and motherfuckers talking about the dog got 3 feet, they stop. Oh, what that is? Man, what that is? Man, who made that? And people inquire about it, and people ask about it, and you know, they catch their attention or whatever the case may be. You got you something special. You feel me? Stop lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, criticism is the best thing. Like, don't take it as, you know, you gotta give up, you know what I'm saying? Just because you may feel like you don't have that one yet, you're gonna get there. You gotta just drive that thing forward, you feel me? Till you get there. That's it.
Okay, I got something else for you.
All right, come on. I know I'm a little, what they say?
I know.
My brain be moving, you heard me? Faster than me sometimes.
Why do people call you the king of bounce?
Well, listen, man, humbly speaking, real humble guy here. Appreciative for all the blessings. Thank the Lord every day, you know, because he gave me the talent or whatever. But I think it's my work ethic, man. I think it's my ability to stay relevant. You know, I think it's my ability to stay, you know, kind of ahead of the curve. Like, I mean, And I put people on, like I help people. You feel me? Like I work with almost everybody almost everybody in the game. You know what I'm saying? And we help each other. And I think another reason is because I push bounce further. Like I push the curve, I raise the bar on bounce. You feel me? And the consistent hits and pushing the ball and somehow staying relevant and keeping it, keeping the bounce moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And big plays, man. When you score big plays, they count. You feel me? They can't take that off your resume. Your resume speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? So, and hey, when you get a phone call from Cortez and Drake and say, man, we looking for the bounce king, I think that kind of solidified it to me. But it's all good though. But New Orleans has always been supportive, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what I'm saying? You got haters everywhere you go in your hometown, whatever, but the majority of New Orleans, I got haters here too, but majority is like, yeah, they supported me, man. I love all my fans. I love my family. I ain't gonna call them fans, my family. I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because without y'all, we wouldn't be no football Weebie. They the ones kept me going. You know what I mean? If you're gonna make it out of New Orleans, you can make it from New Orleans, and then you can make it anywhere. Because our confidence be, they say we the smallest city, but we got the biggest heart and the biggest confidence. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Last but not least, tell everybody where to find you and also where to find your music.
You can find me at 5th Ward Weebie, 5THWARD and you can find my music on all digital platforms, iTunes, TuneCore, Apple Music, Spotify, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, or you can Google me and they'll find it for you. I'm very Googleable. 5th Ward Weebie is very Googleable. You heard me?
Oh, that's a new word.
Oh yeah. Oh, I already got that. I'm waiting on somebody to use that. I got it already.
All right, thank you, brother.
Oh, no problem. Yeah.